Hi, my name is Willow Mundorff, and this is my final presentation of the agency I volunteered at. The agency I volunteered at was the San Marcos Housing Authority, more specifically the after school program. And the mission of the San Marcos Housing Authority is stated on their website, which I included here. It says, "We work to improve the quality of life, reduce dependence on the welfare system, and empower our residents to take charge of their lives and their environment." Here is our agenda for this presentation. I'm going to start with the structure of the agency first, and then we'll work our way through to my experience. The San Marcos Housing Authority population are low-income families, individuals, people with disabilities, the elderly, that are no longer financially able to support themselves or their families. So the programs that the housing population has to offer are aimed to reduce poverty in families or in individuals that live at these sites, and that is how they protect their vulnerable population, by being able to give them the resources that they need to get them out of their situations, or to make sure that they are now stable and staying stable, if it's a long-term care or if it's short-term care, depending on the individual or family needs of who they are serving. What does the San Marcos Housing Authority do? So the San Marcos Housing Authority provides government housing for people living in poverty to help them get their needs met and become stable. Depending on what an individual or a family needs, the housing agency will help the residents get the resources that they need by connecting them with the Resident Services Coordinator Office. The Resident Service Coordinator's Office has lots of brochures and pamphlets and all of the paperwork that residents would need to apply to public welfare agencies, such as the Family Self-Sufficiency Program is a program aimed to help and create stability within families, to making sure that they are self-sufficient and not depending on the welfare system. Another program that the Housing Authority offers its residents is the after-school program, where I worked at. They will host events for the residents. They connect residents with other resources, such as agencies that work with the San Marcos Housing Authority, and they also provide transportation for the elderly or people with disabilities if they can no longer drive themselves, or if they need to go and get their medicine at a hospital. Now let's dive in one of the programs that the Housing Authority offers to the residents. The FFS program, the Family Self-Sufficiency Program, is aimed to create financial independence from the welfare system by teaching the residents who are in the program money skills. They set them up with jobs or education. And they have escrow accounts that whenever the families who start at the program, they start with a set limit of their rent, and then whenever they are getting more money from or moving up in their jobs, they put that money to the side so that they can put it down for a house later or invest into a business that they want to create. The idea is that they're saving money so that they can eventually move out. This program takes about 5 years for families to meet their goals. I mean, it depends on each family, mainly because of each family has different goals and expectations and members. So there's a lot of factors that play into how the FSS program works. But they do have case managers to make sure that the program is working for their clients and their residents and making sure that they are meeting their goals. Another program that the Housing Authority offers their residents is an after-school program for kids to go to while their parents are at work. And more specifically, this was my role, my volunteer experience. So The after-school program is designated to provide a safe and educational environment for the kids that reside at the San Marcos Housing Authority. The goal is to help the kids learn skills that will prepare them for life, such as cooking lessons, team building activities, classes that they can take at the center. Like, people will come and present to the kids from Texas State. They had a horticulture class on Mondays that will come and teach them about plants, how to grow plants. They'll do hands-on activities with that. And then on Wednesday, someone from Texas State who is in the culinary school or hospitality, nutrition path, they come in and they will help the kids make food or make meals out of food that's provided to them from the food bank. And that way they can learn how to make some of these meals at home and later on in life if they need to. They just really want the kids to be in a supported, safe environment, making sure that they're not getting into trouble, not causing any problems, like just making sure that the kids are taken care of and their needs are getting met. How the after-school program works, the rundown, is the kids will arrive, we'll greet them at the door, we'll tell them to go wash their hands, line up for their snack. They get their snack and then they'll go eat it. We'll start doing their homework and doing what they need to do from their school day. And then once they're done with that, they'll throw away their snack, and then we'll start the activity for the day, which would be maybe we'll go play in the game room, or we'll create a game for the kids to play. We can go outside, there's so many things that we did during the after school program, but yeah, a lot of activities were played, and then we would clean up and then walk the kids home, make sure that they get into their houses, and yeah. So how is the housing agency funded? Well, the San Marcos Housing Authority is a public nonprofit housing agency. 40% of the funds come from the federal government, such as the federal grants, the Ross and FSS program grants. The residents pay rent and utilities, which covers a big cost of how the agency is funded. They also receive grants from the local government, such as the City of San Marcos, the Lions Club, United Ways of Hays County, and other funds that they are able to get are from donations and fundraising. And yeah, that's how that works. So here are a list of agencies that also work with the San Marcos Housing Authority, and these agencies tend to seek out the residents that live in the San Marcos Housing Authority. And the San Marcos Housing Authority approves of these agencies so that they are actually serving the population rather than not helping the population, or it's not effective with their population. All of these agencies have proven to the San Marcos Housing Authority that they are a good agency and that they will help their residents get their needs met. So gaps within the San Marcos Housing Authority would be the after-school program. If kids are misbehaving, they will be sent home or suspended due to their actions. However, if they're no longer attending the after-school program, they aren't provided a safe environment if they're not at the after-school program, and provided adult supervision, like a snack, making sure that the kids' needs are taken care of. Another gap would be within the agencies would be the Greater Youth San Marcos Counseling provides free counseling, but if the parents don't understand mental health or they don't think that it's necessary, their kids do have a chance of falling between the gaps. The resident services manager can only do so much to connect resources with the parents and the kids. It has to be a full effort of everyone on board to make sure that they aren't falling between these gaps. My volunteer experience at the after-school program was very much a learning curve. I've never worked with kids before, so it was very new to me. What I did at the after school program was help supervise the kids, get them a snack, help them with their homework, participate in their activities with them, and then we would walk them home. The most significant thing I learned was building rapport, building trust within the kids, and the kids trust in me. It took us a minute to get there because most of the kids are very skeptic of newcomers and new volunteers. And then building my confidence within becoming a more authoritative role. Whenever I first started, I just wasn't that sure of myself as my role in my volunteer work. I just felt very unqualified. However, towards the end, I became a little bit more authoritative, and I think I established my confidence a little bit more in my role as a volunteer. The most memorable thing that I've done at the volunteer during my volunteering would be the activities with the kids. I love making slime. This past week we made maracas for Cinco de Mayo. I also included a picture of the flowers that we made one day at the after school program, and I just love doing the activities with the kids. It was honestly my favorite part of my day. Here are my references, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for listening to my agency, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.